team like Kyrie and KD, or the Lake Show with King James and AD. Wish I could match him up with the bad boys from the 80s, but no black and white, I need that in HD. HenDawgz.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy HenDawgz, and we back to it. You know how we do it. You've never seen basketball like this. I have no idea what this video is about to be like. I've only seen a couple thumbnails, and I see some dudes on the court tackling each other. I don't know if they fighting or if this is a sport that's mixed between wrestling and basketball. I don't know what's going on right here, but it's only right that we react to this video. But before we do it, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like this video if you like this video, and go ahead and write something in the comments. Write what other videos y'all want me to react to. But most importantly, let's enjoy this one. But let's get into it. I don't even want to do too much talking. I just want to get straight to this. So, you've never seen basketball like this. Let's get it. What? Oh! Why?
Did y'all just see that? These guys are playing basketball. Well, kind of. And this guy just got the life beat out of him. The craziest part about this isn't even a foul.
What? Why is this a sport?
Ladies and gentlemen, this right here is rugball, a sport created in Russia that mixes elements of basketball, wrestling, and rugby to create a hybrid monster of a game where you may just lose your life. It's violent, it's unsettling, and it's pretty much the greatest thing I've ever seen. But before I show you some absurd clips of these guys completely dismantling each other, let's go back a few weeks when I first saw a clip of this sport. Wrestling and basketball? How? Or an even better question, why?
Why?
Well, back in 1999.
That's the number one question is why? No, I guess it's two questions that I got. Why is this a sport? And two, who the hell created this sport? Because this is crazy. For one, I thought they don't have enough equipment on to just be getting slammed on hardwood floors like that. But hey, maybe I'm part of the soft generation, man. I don't know. But this does not look safe, and it does not look fun.
The Russian Federation of Rugball was formed, making it an official independent sport. But long before it was official, rugball was used by wrestlers as a form of training to help develop coordination, dexterity, stamina, and many other factors that translated to wrestling. And similar to basketball, rugball is played on a court with a ball and a hoop. And that's the extent of their similarities. According to the rugball rulebook, the game begins by throwing the ball in the center of the field. It's a court, not a field, but continue. The ball can be passed, thrown, beat, or rolled in any Hold up. Beat? You want me to beat the ball? In the game, you can use power tricks and fighting techniques except for prohibited ones. And by prohibited ones, they mean killing. You can't kill someone. But other than that, you're good. In rugball, there are no free throws, no fouls, you don't have to dribble, no goaltending. There are literally no rules.
This low-key looked like when I go to LA Fitness and you know you got some of those football type cocky weightlifting players out there that be wanting to play, that be having the jeans on and the hats on. Like, this is how they play. This don't look that far off. Like, maybe this is the game they need to be playing instead of going to LA Fitness and trying to play with some hoopers.
Sounds insane, and that's because it is. Now, equally as chaotic as the game itself is its name. I'm not sure if it's called rugball or regball. Most sources call it rugball, but their official website calls it regball. So I'm just gonna call it rugball, because everything is ruleless and lawless and nobody cares about anything anyways. You can do whatever you want to score the ball or stop the other team from scoring the ball. And everyone who plays takes advantage of this lack of rules.
So do y'all know what the actual name of it is? They said that some people call it rugball, some people call it regball, but no one really knows the actual name of the game. I don't know what the name of the game is, but this game is wild, man. Call it Wild Ball.
So my immediate reaction to seeing this game for the first time was, ow, doesn't that hurt? Turns out players can wear elbow pads, knee pads, and specific helmets if they want to. But for some odd reason, a lot of players simply don't. Because who needs functioning joints, am I right? Next, I headed over to YouTube and Reddit to see what others thought of this sport. This guy says this sport reminds him of the late 80s, 90s Pistons games.
Right.
And I do see the similarities.
I do too.
This Reddit user says that wrestling on hardwood floors isn't sustainable. Sustainable? These guys are ready to die for this game. And you're concerned with sustainability? Owie! This
Damn!
is the perfect game for those overly physical football players and wrestlers that show up to basketball runs to put us all out of our misery.
Exactly.
Now that I think about it, this game is probably why wrestlers that play basketball are so aggressive. If I knew y'all were doing this in your spare time, I would have never stepped on a court with y'all. And you're probably thinking, it's not that bad. Kind of rough, but any tough guy could manage. And you're wrong. Let's just watch some highlights of one game of rug ball. Okay, tip off. Looks like a pretty normal game of... Oh, wait, never mind. Right off the jump, homie's getting mauled for no reason. 4 whole seconds into the game, and dude already doesn't...
You don't even get nothing to do with the play.
First possession. Let's see what happens here.
Like, he doesn't have the ball. Why are you grabbing him?
The game just started. Dude just absolutely wrecked his elbow, and we're just supposed to act like it's normal?
That shit looks so painful. But can some of y'all give me some rules about this game? Because I don't understand it. Like, why is these two right here that have nothing to do with the ball, why are they just grabbing each other? Like, what's the point of it? The people over there, too, like what's the point? Like, I don't get the point of this shit.
My guy, are you good?
Oh, I can't get over that one. You can't even get mad.
Man's just got smoked, and then pops back up like nothing happened.
Right, you can't even get
a
mad.
fractured skull. I gotta get back on defense. Guys, this was not a foul. This, in the NBA, this is attempted murder.
Hey, how y'all think LeBron would have got up if somebody did that to him in a game? That boy would have had a fit, and this man just got up like, hey, this is part of the game, man. Hey, that's what they were supposed to do.
Fast forward a few minutes, and this guy's getting choked out. Dude in the red is just looking for a reason to whoop someone's ass. And then he gets up and gets mad at the ref. Like, dog, you're telling me I can't just end this man right here, right now? I thought this was rug ball. 5 minutes into the game, and the whole place is unraveling. Alright, next play. Dude puts up a brick. Surprised it didn't shatter the backboard. He doesn't give a damn, immediately chases the rebound like his life depends on it. Meanwhile, his teammate is actively putting this guy to sleep.
Right.
They couldn't care less, they're on a fast break. Oh, loose ball? You get wrecked. Okay, so on this next play, I'm not sure if this guy is a point guard or a hitman,
swing
but
him?
he is in a literal fist fight with his matchup.
Punched
But here
him.
comes his teammate. Destroys
What?
this guy's spine. Bye. Good luck walking ever again. Fast forward. Number 55 is on a mission. He should probably be in the post right now. But this is rug ball. So instead, he's pulling up from 22 feet. And knocks down a
splashed it.
three-pointer. Out of all the madness I just witnessed, this is the craziest thing yet. Dude splashed a three-pointer like he was made for it. And oddly enough, this play right here is
Dunk some.
probably the closest thing resembling basketball. And to top off all of this absolute chaos, broken bones and fractured vertebrae, the final score...
No! All of that for 12 points?
Oh, rug ball. So, you're telling me all they had to do was hit 3 threes, and that would have been enough to avoid all of this pain and misery? 3 threes? This is amazing. I love it. In fact, I think every NBA player should have to play at least one game of rug ball in their career.
That's
I mean,
hilarious.
it might just end their career, but at least they would have some perspective on just how
Finish.
soft some of their calls are. You can't even breathe. Literally breathe on some NBA players without them begging for a call. Meanwhile, rug ball players are going to war over 7 points. Which actually makes me think, how do the stats work? Do they count takedowns as a stat? What about punches thrown? How am I ever supposed to make a
dribble.
graph out of this convoluted information? A good stat would be points prevented. Like, you just sent that poor guy into the stanchion and gave him debilitating CTE.
Oh!
Defense. And it's not like this particular game was
Yo!
more violent than other games. This game got so intense that the fans started fighting. So what did they do to mediate the situation? get right back to the action, of course.
They just got a basketball there for an excuse to drop somebody on their face.
Here's a video of MMA superstar Khabib playing rugball, a sport that he actually plays often while training.
I'm gonna show you that is some basketball without rules. Only one rule: don't hurt yourself.
He's getting.
How can you not hurt yourself?
Putting up some shots and getting some cardio in. Never mind, he's got a guy in submission. This poor guy just wanted to get his head knocked off in a simple game of rugball, but instead he's getting folded like a lawn chair in the middle of the game by one of the best fighters on the planet. This went on for minutes.
He tapped him out.
And yet somehow, this isn't excessive for this sport. So, because this game would give some much needed perspective to some NBA players, granted they miraculously don't sustain a life-threatening injury in the process, who would you pick if you had to assemble a rugball team of all NBA players?
That's a good question.
Donovan Mitchell took notice on this insane sport earlier this year, but I don't think he would be quick to sign up. So if I had to choose a 7-man lineup, and I have absolutely no idea how positions work.
Before he get into his, I want y'all to write y'all's in the comments right now. Give me your top 5. I think he said 7, but just for y'all, I want y'all to write 5 of your NBA current or past players that you think will be good in rugball.
I'm going to go with Zion Williamson, Eric Bledsoe, Steven Adams, PJ Tucker, Giannis, Russell Westbrook, and Stephen Curry.
Steph Curry.
Skill sets, or lack thereof, you would need to excel at the sport. I think this lineup is filthy. Zion is an absolute unit and already gets beaten down low every game, so this is just a step up from what he sees on a nightly basis. Eric Bledsoe is an NFL running back that accidentally signed up for the wrong sport when he was 10 and never looked back, so he would be perfect for this. Steven Adams is an immovable object, so good luck with that. PJ Tucker might have the most lopsided height to weight ratio in the NBA, so just his frame alone would make him great at this sport. With Giannis, I wouldn't change a single thing from what he does in basketball games. Just give him the ball at the top of the key, have him sprint at the rim at 20 miles an hour, and hope he runs through a few bodies and gets a bucket in the process. Russell Westbrook? Well, he's a no-brainer here. In fact, he'd probably have a good case as the rugball GOAT. And Steph Curry, it's an odd pick, right? Wrong.
Yeah, I'm not
Remember, guys, all we need is a few threes to win the game. So avoid the headlocks and the clotheslines, hit some deep threes, and we're the rugball champion.
What y'all think about his all rugball team? That's a good team, especially with Westbrook and Giannis and Adams. Like Zion coming full speed at you, like he gonna run you over.
Just imagine if you saw this lineup with no context. You'd be baffled, which is precisely how I feel about rugball. Baffled, confused, very scared, and honestly, impressed. This sport is actually really cool. I mean, I personally wouldn't play it. I actually enjoy not being in excruciating pain, but while watching some of these videos, I found myself kind of getting hyped to see who would win these games, and who would even make it out alive. Let me know in the comments below. Have you ever played rugball? And if so, what was your experience like? And how much did your hospital bill come out to?
I ain't gonna lie, I think I hate that sport. There's nothing about that sport that looked entertaining at all. Like I feel like I found myself grimacing the whole time. Like again, I don't know if it's just because I didn't grow up watching 80s and 90s basketball or what, but that didn't look entertaining. You know, I want to leave rugby where it's at, leave football where it's at, and leave basketball where it's at. We don't need to combine the sports. Like it just didn't really make sense seeing dudes get tackled right on a 3-point line. Like it didn't really make sense. But I hope y'all enjoyed that video. I definitely enjoyed it. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and go ahead and write something in the comments. Yeah, write that reg ball team. Write that top 5 reg ball team that y'all would pick. But I appreciate y'all like always. We out.